Hey, aloha, you beautiful mother fathers. Welcome in another episode of the Side Hustle Wrestling Podcast.
I believe in Joe Hendry. I believe in Joe Hendry.
So, I'm generic-ass Ben Stein. This is Double A Anthony Alford. Great to see you.
Win Ben Stein's money. And I'm Jimmy Kimmel.
Yeah. While we're making really bad analogies, this is Seth Meyers next to me here tonight. Welcome to Late Night. Yeah.
Hey, 12:35. How you doing? How you doing?
You know what? You know that thing you do like when something's like just too far away? What's it called? It's called reaching. That's what it is. Yeah. Oh boy, that was rough. We watched our friends over at Voice of the Land
footage.
attempt to respond.
You watch some footage
I'm
their live show last
so now
night?
I'm monotone Ben Stein, which is honestly, Jay, like I'm proud of you, man. That was great. Kevin didn't bring anything. You brought a lot. I guess Kevin decided to go down to Kentucky and play some putt-putt, which is fantastic.
He did.
He had to send you video.
Yeah,
so
I have video evidence.
proof that he can actually pick up and hold a stick properly, which good job. Proud of you, Kevin.
I have video evidence. Matter of fact, you'll just hear the audio.
Is he like talking like
But
during
here
it?
it is. Take a listen.
You guys might say my promos are monotone, and you use all the profanity in the world. I'm just down here in Kentucky working on my game, though, to beat you guys. That's a hole-in-one. Get ready.
Get ready, Kyle. Get ready. He sent me 2 other tapes, but I think you get the idea.
I bet
get
you
ready.
he did. I bet you he did. Yeah. Listen, I play real golf.
I do not.
I know it
but
doesn't
I am an
necessarily
expert at
translate,
putt-putt.
but yeah, he's the putt-putt guy. I enjoy putting. It's something my grandpa taught me when I was little. But
I have studied tape. Studied tons of putt-putt tape. I've done tons of putt-putt play-by-play. Tons of B-roll highlights. You'll see it one day.
you're being too monotone. Stop it.
Oh, sorry.
The kings of monotone are telling us we're too monotone now. I shouldn't say that. Jay's not monotone. Jay's articulate and he's like, out there. Kevin is even in that.
Kevin's gonna sneak up on Kevin. To his credit, he might sneak up on you. We can't take him too lightly.
Oh no, I'm sure.
But he sent us tape. He sent us tape, which means now I need to be prepped and ready to go.
Listen, at the end of the day, like you're the what's the good analogy? You're the CC Sabathia, right?
Who will be honored, by the way, this weekend in downtown Cleveland.
Good timing, obviously, but nevertheless, I didn't know that. But nevertheless,
Saturday.
I'm like, listen, I'm the the lefty coming out of the pen in the 6th. I'm just trying to get you an inning. At that point, you're the guy. You're the Garrett Cole of this lineup.
Just don't be Chapman. Just don't,
I'll be 2016 Aroldis Chapman.
Okay.
And by that I mean I'm gonna full swing the golf ball and hit it over B.A. Sweetie. So that's 106 mile an hour club speed. Just go for it.
Our sweet moment of the week brought to you by B.A. Sweeties. Yes, we actually went to NXT because we believe. Also, somebody else who believes. One of your tailbacks for the New Orleans Saints, Jamal Williams. He believes in this man. Take a listen.
Hey, you want to hear my new thing that I found out?
Here it is.
It's just in my head. Can I say it? You ready?
Yeah.
Say his name and he appears. I believe in Joe Hendry. Hopefully it goes on everybody's algorithm now. Please.
Hopefully it goes on everyone's algorithm.
Yeah.
What a take, man.
Courtesy of the Saints.
Love you, Jamal.
He's locked in. And I'll tell you what, I know it's SummerSlam week, and we have plenty of topics to get to. We have the whole week to talk about SummerSlam.
Oh, it's going to be a big week.
Oh, it's going to be a big week, which we'll tell you about in a second if you haven't heard. But I have to acknowledge this man, Joe Hendry. The concert last Tuesday night was it. Like he's really good. Sometimes we hear from someone in the independents or someone from TNA or someone that a lot of the masses haven't seen. I haven't seen them, promo wise, before all this hype. You wonder if it is just hype or is he the real deal? Does he have that it factor or is it just, created by the machine and then when he's in a controlled environment, he can't perform anymore? This guy, he has it. The charisma that you want, the charisma that you envision, your top professional wrestlers to have, He's that guy, and I love what I saw from his concert on Tuesday, NXT.
It's just honestly, when I first kind of saw him not too long ago, like I think a few months ago, I like watched some of his clips and then a few of his matches too to see, okay, like he's obviously really charismatic and he is pulling people in, but like how is he handling, the match too, like the quality of that, and is he kind of on the rise in TNA? And yeah, I mean, he was in that 6-pack challenge for the world title that Dolph Ziggler won.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, Nick Nemeth. But
Kent State's own, Cleveland's own.
yeah. But I mean, Joe Hendry is sought after now. It's a thing, and I mean, this is obviously proof. I would not be surprised if before, maybe even the end of the year, he's on WWE programming, like on TV. At this point, it depends on how far they want to push this TNA thing. I don't know how long his contract is with TNA too, but I mean, the guy's also like he's like really good friends with Drew McIntyre and the Scottish guys and everyone from the UK. He's got that
They had
background.
a good thing at the very beginning of the concert too about the Scottish and everything.
Yeah.
Like that was hilarious.
Yeah, he's honestly he's hilarious, but he can still be serious in the ring, and he's got that size and the ability to kind of dominate people too, which is fun to watch. He's believable as like kind of like what Vince wanted Elias to be. Like, except now with Joe, he's got a little more personality. Elias was super talented, right?
Yeah.
Really, really good musician too, and he was good in the ring.
Phenomenal musician.
But there was just something about
talk
him.
to the fans of Seattle about how talented Elias.
But there was always something about him, right? It was like I don't know why. It's kind of like for a long time Karrion Kross
wasn't
too.
It. Like
Yeah.
there was something.
He missed it.
Yeah.
He missed it, and I don't know if that was just booking or if that was Vince. Or whatever you
Honestly,
wanna
if
call
our
it,
show
but
was around back then, he would have been the perfect Let's Fix It guy.
Yeah.
He would have been perfect.
honestly,
Because, like, the stuff's there, and they tried. They tried with Elias, but this is different. I mean,
you don't have to try with Joe. Just give him a mic.
just give him a microphone.
Yeah.
As far as the scouting report from what I've seen, as far as like his actual in-ring wrestling abilities, I don't think he's gonna blow you away in the ring. But he knows what he's doing. I mean, in the ring, think of an LA Knight, right? In terms of, great charisma, and could do just enough in the ring to justify his place on the card.
I kind of sound like a more physical Miz
I'll give you that.
because he's got the big choke slam finisher and stuff too. It looks good, all that stuff. He's got some moves that will be like, oh, nice. And Miz can do that too. He can pull some things out where you're like, holy shit, Miz did that. But he's got that ability. But I think where he goes above and beyond too is the fact that he is a little more. Miz is obviously super marketable, and he's that kind of company guy. Joe Hendry could be that guy for longer term as far as like possible champion, that kind of stuff, because he's creative as hell too. He's like the Bray Wyatt of Sing Song at this point.
Yeah, he is.
He just comes up with all this stuff, and it's insane.
And
so.
it's great brand. He has nice shoes too. There.
Yeah, taking those Air Force Ones, man.
Very nice shoes. And he's just, let's see how it translates. Whenever the time comes for him to be on the main roster, the TNA stuff, see what happens. But in this environment, in the NXT environment, the TNA environment, where you're on a sound stage, he has full command and control of the room. Like, like all eyes, all attention. You just even see in this scene here, all attention is on him, and he has that full presence, that full command, and that's what you want out of somebody who's, full of charisma. And this was week 1 of 2 of their Great American Bash event over at NXT. On our show, we don't thoroughly cover NXT, but again, they're doing some good stuff on their show. And, they're doing great. And that's why this man is our sweet moment of the week, brought to you by B.A. Sweetie. Something special, by the way, we're going to do for the program that's coming up that we'll tell you about later in the show. We've been doing this now for a couple months now.
Yeah.
And again, thank you to BA Sweeties, which you'll see a word about them momentarily. But we have enough moments now where we can kind of, what are the best ones, right? Kyle has already submitted his vote. I will thoroughly look into each one that we have done so far. I will thoroughly look in, and Kyle will look for his second best, I believe.
I'll find, listen, it was hard. Like, literally and figuratively, it was hard. But,
Come on, man.
like a couple girls twerking in a Bedford Heights Burger King
Stop
parking
it!
lot.
Stop it! Stop it! That's
It was
off air.
getting kind of
Stop it!
It was getting kind of hard, but nevertheless, I mean, I'm sure there's like one I can find that I'm getting more serious about. But I mean, it's going to be hard to beat.
And that whole story, and we'll talk about it coming up in a little bit. But first, this man has
What's up,
been
dude?
hanging with us all summer long.
Slothy.
Yeah, and Slothy has been
What up, cuz?
putting in work with the popcorn balls, which are created and formulated right here in town in Cleveland.
Yeah.
You know, right down the road in Strongsville. And for those who are in town here in Cleveland, we're not joking. If you're in town here in Cleveland, this is the weekend. This is the time right now to go to the largest candy store in North America, B.A. Sweeties.
Almost 60,000 people going to be filling up Cleveland Brown Stadium on Saturday to watch a wrestling event. We know it draws a lot more people in for the different shows, the different WrestleCon, all that stuff, everything around here in Northeast Ohio. It's going to bring a lot of people here. Make it part of your list to stop at B.A. Sweetie. They've been around for 3/4 of a century, which is insane to think about. Almost 75 years in business. Largest candy store in North America, but it's not just the candy. You mentioned it, man. Popcorn. Got the sodas, too.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy amount of sodas.
You got the
200
putt-putt.
kinds.
You
Yeah.
might be able to see us beat Voice of the Land. You will see us beat Voice of the Land.
Listen, the funny thing about all this is, like, I've never actually made, like, any sort of claim that I'm going to win. I just thought Kevin's promo was funny, and I wanted to talk about it. Like, that's the only reason why I was like, okay. Like, that was, like, you have the skill when it comes to that. I'm not making any promises on the putt-putt course. I'm not.
Two
But-
different courses, by the way, on the putt-putt.
And, of course, we're going to play the
hard.
hard one. So,
Yeah, you got the
got to.
Yeah, so two different ones. So definitely check it out. And then afterwards, get an ice cream. Get
I think
milkshake.
that's our thing, probably. Losers buys the other people shakes or ice cream or
They
something
might have
like
to
that.
get all 30 flavors.
Oh, my God, no.
Yeah, that might be excessive.
Listen, I got an apartment. I'm trying to save some money here. I'll buy 2, not
Hey.
30.
They could pick which 2 out of the 30
Yes.
they want. Which 2 out of the 30.
So I think we're obviously
fair.
where we're planning here in the next few weeks to have another crossover show. We'll talk more about that later, but we can probably talk about the arrangements. Since this has become apparently more than a gentleman's bet, and apparently I hurt Kevin Arnold's feelings, we want to make sure we, compensate them correctly if they end up beating us on the course. So.
This is something.
Listen, I'm
But
so
what
used to
is
people being
special-
soft,
but
so it's
what
fine.
is special though is BA Sweeties, and that's the address. First off, tell your Uber driver to stop here too. I mean, even if you're not driving here over the weekend, tell the Uber to stop here. Interstate 480, the Ridge Road exit. Make a left on Brook Park Road. If you go to State Road, you're going too far. If you go to Pearl Road, you're going too far.
Turn
around.
your ass around. Look for
Turn
those big
around.
lollipops. Look for 'em.
You see the giant lollipops, go right in the parking lot, say hello to our buddy Tom, and enjoy yourselves at the candy store, the ice cream, and, of course, the putt-putt. And let's take a look right now, more from BA Sweeties. Again, the largest candy store in North America, just east of Ridge Road, Interstate 480, that Ridge Road exit. Make a left on Brook Park Road. It's a giant lollipop, as Kyle said, and you're right there. So
This has been the week too, man. It has been humid. It's been hot out.
yeah.
We got the rain coming and going. I mean, perfect time. Hey, the kids, we can't go to the pool. We can't go outside. It's raining out. Let's go to BA Sweetie and let's have some fun inside. Let's find some things. Maybe when the rain lets up, let's go out and play some putt-putt. You can plan your day around going there because you just saw how big this place is and what they have to offer.
Yeah, they do. And if you're a fan also of like the classic Coke, the classic Pops, they have them.
Yeah.
They have it. They have. I remember my dad used to always, and my adult figures in my life when I was a child always tell me the stories about the glass bottles and like how the difference of quality in those glass bottles compared to the the things the kids are drinking today, like the quality is just amazing. It's just gets you in the mood. The candy soda, like, you'll love it. You'll love it. Check it out. We can talk about BA Sweeties all day, but after you go to BA Sweeties, you will be talking about BA Sweeties all day long. That's the address. Definitely check it out. All right. I do want to start here because what's lost in this entire story, so it is official. CM Punk, Drew McIntyre, one-on-one at SummerSlam. Seth Rollins.
Wearing the muscle shirt underneath.
Whatever the hell he's wearing is the special. He does have nice boots. I will give you that.
Looks like
CM Punk's wearing the exact same shoes as
Joe Hendry.
Yeah.
I think the Nike checks are a different color, but
hold up. I gotta see. Hold up for a second, guys.
nah,
Okay, it's a little bit
different shade, different shade.
Little
Same shoe, different shade.
But his shade though here matches his shirt.
Yeah, it does. It's almost like he planned that.
Wow.
Double A's like color coordination.
Again, go to BA Sweeties. So
What it means to be an adult.
man. Well, unless Seth Rollins. Never mind. I'm not
No,
going there.
he can't dress me.
He'll
Absolutely
catch your
not.
kids.
No.
Alright.
Mm.
All right. This match, I guess 7, 8, 9 months in the making. Really, it is. I mean, the last time these guys were in Cleveland, we saw a very memorable promo battle between those two,
Yeah.
between Punk and Seth Rollins.
We were at that show.
Yeah, like to the point of WrestleMania season's here right now. It was like mid-December.
Mm-hmm.
And to see that story and Drew McIntyre co-signed on that, we know the history all the way through. If you follow us on Instagram at Side Hustle Podcast 216, we reposted WWE's post of, they had like 10 different slides of the timeline of this story. Do you think here, first off, 2 questions. Number one, the segment itself on Monday, was it do you think I guess it's a 2-part question, but did they play it safe on Monday, and was it the right call for them to play it safe?
I think with Punk just getting cleared not too long ago, you really don't want to risk, losing another possible main event level match. So I think the physicality needed to be played down, and they found a way to incorporate it with the whole, hey, if you've been doing all this stuff to each other all this time, like I do think Punk was cleared like over a month ago, like maybe even 2 months ago, like when he got thrown into the garage and all that stuff and everything. I think he was cleared for that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, you also don't want to give it all away.
Right.
And because they all can talk, you see the stark difference between this and between Priest and Gunther, right?
Correct.
Where those two need to just beat the hell out of each other. These guys can actually go for 20 minutes and talk and make you want to see it more.
They've been doing promo battles for 9 months now.
That's all Punk's been able to do. He was in the Royal Rumble. That was it.
Yeah.
He had a 30-minute mini match with Cody Rhodes in the Rumble, and that was it.
And I guess, and that leads to my other point, the WWE's not really highlighting. They could have if they wanted to, and I wouldn't have blamed them if they did. This is CM Punk's first televised, Dave Meltzer, televised. You stupid asshole, televised. Fuckface.
Wow.
This is his very first televised.
Pete, did we have to bleep that? I mean, they know I swear, but that was crazy.
No, Dave Meltzer's out here talking. Oh, you do. I don't know why Michael Cole said that this is this first match back. He had live. Nobody freaking counts live events.
He said his first match.
Stop it. And another thing, don't go out here and talk about, yeah, WWE beat, the USA Network with the Olympics. Okay, they did. Don't give me the excuse for the AEW fails to do the same. Don't give the excuse. I don't want to hear it's the Olympics. Because Raw was the number 1 program on cable on Monday night against USA Network. So I expect AEW Dynamite to also beat USA Network in prime time on Wednesday night. If they don't, I don't want to see you offer any crappy excuses. You understand what I'm saying to you right now? All right, I'm done.
I think he heard you.
back to this. That stupid fuck. I don't even know what the. Anywho.
Pete, that's 3 fucks in like less than a minute. Do I have to call the police? What do we do here?
See,
do I have to call your fiance? Like, what do I say?
See, you do it every week. I save it for quarterly specials.
Okay. Well, we got some stuff coming up. You could do it there too.
What were we talking about?
You were going in on Meltzer, but I get what you were getting. But I mean, like, he basically said, "So what?"
This is Punk's televised. This is Punk's televised match.
That's what Michael
first
Cole said.
televised
He
match.
said it was his first match on TV.
I'm surprised they're not
one-on-one.
making a bigger deal about it.
Yeah, well, we're talking about a guy in Meltzer too that's not in the wrestling business, and he never has been. He just talks about the wrestling. It's like saying we're in the wrestling business. We're not. We talk about the wrestling business. We do not claim to be professionals or claim to be, writers for whoever. Like, I can write about whatever I want for 50 years, but it doesn't mean I'm part of it. You talk about it. It's all opinion based. You don't have facts. You have people that you have on one side that everyone knows that you know. And then you think you have people in WWE, but they just feed you bullshit. They'll watch you report the wrong stories over and over again.
Yeah, the whole Pat McAfee,
I'm still pissed about that.
Reporting the wrong fact about a family emergency like that.
Oh, it's storyline. Eat my ass.
Yeah. Back to Punk.
Lick it.
Back to Punk. I apologize. I effed up this segment.
You're
now
bringing it on me
sweating.
now.
Now I'm sweating. I got a fresh cut, by the way. I think you did too.
Yeah.
Looks good. Looks
High and
really
tight,
good.
baby. High and tight. Well, I still
It's
can't.
not like we're not doing anything this weekend.
I try to look nice. Trim the beard a little bit, yeah.
I don't think we'll ever get to the Anywho, CM Punk's first televised match. I've seen some discussion, and I wonder about Seth Rollins' role in this match. I wonder if it was the right call. I'm not saying it's not. I'm just conflicted. Maybe I'm conflicted in my own mind. Is having Seth Rollins in this match as a special guest referee the right call? Or should they have gone with a triple threat match? Or should they have just taken Rollins out of the equation? But then you run into the risk of Rollins not having a match or not being involved in SummerSlam. So then not only is Jey Uso not on SummerSlam, now Seth Rollins is also not on SummerSlam. So I guess maybe this was this is interesting. This is the right way to go, probably. I'm very conflicted.
Imagine you got all the way around the circle there, which is great.
I did.
You found your way back. Yeah.
I'm conflicted.
Yeah, round and round you go. Like
Maybe the last 3 or 4 minutes, I've just been all over the.
It's like I was watching Jeff Gordon in NASCAR. You hit that circle perfectly, man. Good job. but you're right. I mean, Seth didn't have a path. He already has history with both of these guys, obviously. He wasn't in the Damian Priest thing because he already had that match and he lost for whatever screwy reason. So he didn't. It's kind of like Jay. It just didn't have anywhere to go. Only difference is Jay still has nowhere to go.
Right.
Maybe he's in Sammy's corner. I don't know. He tries to help out with mommy, whatever it is, or if they get involved or something like that. I don't fucking know. But I mean, it's strange. I don't know. But you kind of had to put him in here.
Yeah.
You kind of had no choice.
Yeah.
Seth Rollins has to be at WrestleMania, at SummerSlam, the WrestleMania of the summer. I mean, he has to be involved. He's one of the biggest stars in the company. So you have to find a way. And if the story makes sense, which it does, I don't think a triple threat makes sense because the animosity, the real story right now is between those two. It's not between those three. Seth is kind of like
between which two? Drew and Punk?
Drew and Punk.
Okay.
That's the real story for now.
Right.
I could still see, obviously, them shifting to Punk and Rollins, but I told you this before. I think McIntyre and Punk's a bigger match right now.
Oh yeah,
and I think it might be a bigger match when it's all said and done too. I don't know. I mean, that's just the way.
If you only put this, I'm sorry, Kyle, if you only put this on paper, you could make a case that 9 months of build up with Punk and McIntyre, 9 months of build up, but then also on paper, I could put down that Punk and Rollins is years and years of build-up.
Well, so
on paper.
McIntyre was talking about when it was like 2010 and all that stuff, and so this is just as long for. If anything, it's longer because Rollins came to WWE after McIntyre was like on the outs. He was about to leave, that kind of stuff. He got fired. So technically, McIntyre's story with Punk is longer.
You
and-
can make that case too.
Yeah.
And I'm just saying on the Rollins side of things, Rollins was at the top, still is obviously, but when he was at the top of WWE 2017, 2018, and in 2019, he publicly said, "I don't want CM Punk in my company. Like I don't want this man." Like
He's bounced back and forth more than a tennis ball at the Olympics.
Oh,
I don't
I
understand,
understand.
like, what the hell. Like, then one interview, he's like, I'd work with him. Nothing.
but that's
It's like, dude, make up, like, okay, so, like, if you're going to kayfabe it, like, keep it. Like, don't go back and forth. I mean, because then you're just going to start confusing people. Like, when they have that, people are going to find the interview and be like, he was fine then.
Well, let's just be honest. We all love Seth Rollins, despite the fact that his character is very confusing. Anyway, like it's very confusing.
You have muscles. Why are you wearing that shirt?
Well, it's not even.
Big fake muscles on a muscle man.
Well, we had we had somebody comment on the Moxley Let's Fix It, and on YouTube,
Mm-hmm.
and he brought up, I think during the video we mentioned that the Shield could have a triple threat match again, and he thought that, and we might have slipped up and said that, they haven't faced off in a while. The last time they faced off was at Battleground in 2016. I'm like, okay, we're talking about now, if it would ever happen, ever, and if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. But if you do that feud now, as those three characters right now, you know who the tribal chief is with Roman Reigns. Like,
Well,
kind of. We're going
Not currently.
We might go into that evolution. We have an idea of John Moxley, but as we both illustrated, that's up in the air, right? Seth freaking Rollins is really the wild card of all this. And not only just the story, but in like if they were ever do like a Shield triple threat reunion storyline with those three as is right now, that would be a tricky feud to book.
Because they're probably going to be on different shows, too.
Yeah. I mean, if we just pretended for this make-believe that Moxley was back in WWE and they're all in the same company, same house. I don't even... I would even ask with Rollins. Rollins is a babyface, but there's a lot of shades of gray with Seth Rollins.
Yeah, I mean, but you could, like... Moxley's obviously the outsider now, right?
Mm-hmm.
He went to AEW. He was their champion multiple times. So he's naturally going to be a heel. Roman's got the tweener thing going now. Everyone misses him because they haven't seen him since WrestleMania. But he can go either way with that. And Seth is so over with the crowd. Everyone's singing his song that you kind of have to lean towards him being like not the righteous Cody Rhodes babyface, but he still has some heel tendencies. He can still be a dickhead, but he's still over as hell. So that's obviously a feud too, if it ever happened, where it's like, just sit back and enjoy the ride.
Just enjoy.
Because it's three guys that know what they're doing in some capacity. I'd say that obviously Jonathan Good has slipped up a little bit in AEW, especially over the past couple of years. But nevertheless, he's still very talented and just needs some little direction, I think, when it comes to his stuff. But
how much has Drew McIntyre grown over the last 9 months in this feud?
Fuck. We were concerned. You were concerned too. Like back in January, you're like, I don't know what's going to happen with Drew. You were just like, I don't fucking know what we're doing.
True.
Like he has flipped the script and embraced this, like, woe is me character. Like, everyone's out to get me. Everyone's fucking me over. Everyone's doing this and that. And like we talked about it 1,000 times. It's all based in truth. He has been screwed out of that championship. Now, technically, 2 times. The WrestleMania thing's his fault. He's an idiot. But like the other 2, you talked about it for like the couple weeks before. He had not focused about Punk. He was more focused on the title, and he got fucked.
Yeah.
Like he just got fucked by the other guy across the ring who's the ultimate tweener.
Yeah.
Talk about Stone Cold being one of those guys. I mean, Punk is right there too. 1 minute you could cheer him, 1 minute he could have you booing his ass out of the building.
Oh yeah.
Because he has that power. Like it's Drew is on his way to that kind of level. He's been able to stay relevant and as a main eventer despite really not having a real legitimate, besides Clash of the Castle title match where you thought he was probably going to win. Like, I mean, this is 3 guys at the peak of their game right now, which is saying something for Punk too. He just has to stay healthy when he wrestles. That's his big thing.
At this moment right now, this is the most popular, in my opinion, going into SummerSlam, the most popular feud on the card. over Cody and Solo, over the World Championship match. Liv and Rhea, you could put right underneath there just because of that whole build-up. But this is, again, as we illustrated, at least played out on television. 9 months of build-up for this due to the injury, but due to the multiple screw-ups, due to the multiple screw jobs, due to all of it. Like this match, this feud, the finish, I don't even know until the day of when we were at our event on Saturday. I don't know who is going to win this match. I don't know who should win this match. I don't know what Seth's role in this match is going to be. I mean, I am very conflicted on everything involving this match and, the result going forward out of this match. Which is a good thing. None of these are complaints. These are great
No,
things.
it's honestly, it's a good problem to have. We talked about it. The whole point of this is to make you ask questions after it. Because if you're answering all the questions before even the match happens, wink, wink, the other show that happens on Wednesdays, when you're getting people like, okay, it's going to be a great match. Why are they fighting? Good question.
5 stars. 6 stars.
Oh,
6 stars.
The title, yeah, they're fighting
6
for the
stars.
title because now they have 15 titles in AEW, so you have to fight for one of those. So
I hope we find a super AEW fan at our event. I really do.
I don't.
We have to
Set
find.
them on fire.
Don't say that.
Who started the fire? I did. We'll be outside. Stop, drop, and roll.
I have to admit, these are pretty cool effing pictures of the Wyatt Six, the Creed brothers. You see Nikki Cross there.
Just swan diving.
Oh,
Cable.
man. Cool. And they're going to finally have their first match.
So are you upset it's not at SummerSlam and it's not Bo?
No. Not really. If it was, it would be. Here's why I'm going to get to it right now. Here's why this is not the Wyatt Six sucks thing. This is none of that. The gimmick's not dead at all. It's just a little thing. So we waited all this time for the Wyatt Six to debut. They debut, and they murdered everyone backstage, basically. They murdered everyone.
Statement.
They made a statement. I heard, Bully Ray on Sirius XM, on Busted Open, has made a huge deal about them not ever walking through Gorilla. Like, they need to come out, different interests and things like that. And, they're not really doing that. They're walking out through Gorilla. Okay, fine, whatever. Did they really do all this just to go after Chad Gable and that's it?
But did you see what popped up in the background when Dakota Kai was talking?
I did not.
The Wyatt Six logo. It's brief. It's like, again, one of those. It's not a QR code, but it is like a brief, like the little.
Oh, it was behind Dakota?
Yep. They're starting to target more people now.
So that was my complaint.
And it has a theme about the family thing. Remember Bailey, all that stuff. They turned on her. It was Dakota Kai, who she called her sister, and then she.
My complaint was, okay, that kind of relaxes me a little bit because my complaint
Is why, right?
was like, first off, you did all this damage to only go after Chad Gable. I expect a little more, right? And then you did all that damage backstage. I almost kind of expected the Wyatt Six to have, like,
Multiple targets.
footprints on Raw,
Like,
footprints
all over.
on the show.
I thought they.
I thought they were going to be on SmackDown, too, to be perfectly honest.
Well, and they had the security there and stuff like that. I guess it was just false pretense when it came to it. A lot of people that are like WWE fans will be like, "Oh, well, they just wanted to make a statement. It wasn't like an every week kind of thing because you can't just kill everyone every week." I get it. You can't do the same
Right.
thing over and over again. But I mean, Bray had that thing too, where he would target one person, and it would be a thing, and it'd be pulled out, and it'd be a story. I think they're trying to expand it a little bit now. I love it was short, but the get to know Dexter Lumis thing. He talked for like the first time on WWE TV.
Yeah, he did.
Said one word, but that's fine. And I've heard this guy talk, and he's got a really good voice.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, fuck all that mute shit. Like, let him talk. Like,
I do love to. Now, this is not a complaint about the Wyatt Six feud with Chad Gable. I think that feud itself is great.
Yeah.
I think this is pretty good.
I didn't see that thing with Dakota Kai until I saw it afterwards too.
Okay, yeah.
Because I was like, wait a minute, and then they screenshot it and they were like, look. I'm like, oh shit, okay, that makes sense.
Because Damage Control was off television for a little while, and they kind of tied that in, and then Damage
This
Control.
also ties in now with the Judgment Day. If there is a turn, you can incorporate that with the Wyatt 6-2. You turn on your brothers, your family, your sisters, all that stuff.
Who's doing the turning?
Probably Finn.
Yeah, has to be Finn.
And Finn and Bray had history. So I mean, there's a lot of things coinciding.
The demon. Wow. You got me thinking. Now the wheels are spinning again. You brought me back.
Honestly, I kind of figured maybe that was what it was because you told me before, like, I got a problem with this a little bit. And I'm like, okay. Because it feels like we're dragging it along and we're not getting to Bo and Chad, which needs to be the match. Which I'm upset that it's not on SummerSlam. But
yeah,
because now we're fighting the three disciples of Bo instead of having him actually wrestle, and I think that's a little upsetting. But I mean,
maybe the story here, because you even see here, Chad tried to run away again. Yeah, I mean the story is like, I'm overseeing the Creed brothers now, but when trouble strikes, he runs. But Nikki caught him this time.
I wonder if the eventual plan is to keep just pulling it out until, like, again, Bad Blood seems to be a show they've circled. I mean,
they have, and I don't think fans realize or a lot of people realize they actually have another PLE in between SummerSlam.
Berlin, yeah. Which, they could save it for that because they know the international crowd's going to be stupid. Like, it's going to be insane.
True.
If you want, like, a big reaction to his first match, maybe you keep him there. But I think Bad Blood, Hell in a Cell, Chad Gable versus Bo Dallas would be fucking awesome. And you could tie in the whole, crazy shit going on because it's the Wyatt Six. They're all, crazy. So, I mean, that's the whole point of it. But I get the concern, but I also understand that there has to be reasoning behind targeting certain people. And the fact that they brought Dakota Kai into this now, too, and Damage Control and what they did.
I'm intrigued by that now. I didn't even and Damage Control was presented in a way as baby faces when they came out against Sonya Deville and and Stark and
they made their little
Shannon,
assault or whatever it is. But this also opens the door for someone else to come back and join the Wyatt Six too.
That is true. I
think your fiance would be very happy about that.
Yeah, if we want to be technical about it's the Wyatt Six, but there's only 5 members, you could, but
it's also 6SICKS. So I mean, there could be 6, there could be 7, hell, there could be 8.
Their first match will be on Monday Night Raw, come not at SummerSlam, but on Raw.
The Raw after SummerSlam.
Yeah, so against the Olympics, so I hope you tune in. Dave doesn't think you're tuning in, but it says otherwise. So I posted this because I thought, like, Raw, Raw's moving, and over the summer, Raw's been great. Raw's 3 hours, but SmackDown drags. Our buddy Kevin,
he just can't seem to get his name out of our mouth in this show. I don't know what's going on.
No, but he tweeted, and then somebody else tweeted too. But he said Raw dragged, lack pop. He does have a concern here, but it's more of a, SummerSlam's on its way. The guy below basically said that Raw sucked the last 2 months, which I don't agree with at all.
No, Raw's been the better show because SmackDown, like we said before, has been like in a holding pattern.
To be honest, as far as like prep for to be fully transparent, because of when we tape this show, obviously it's easier to break down Raw than SmackDown, but it's also easier to break down Raw because there's been a lot more interesting active stories that's been moving on that show as opposed to SmackDown.
Well, you could say the 2 biggest stories in WWE right now are the Liv Morgan, Rhea Ripley story, and then obviously Drew and Punk.
Mm-hmm.
So, and the Bloodline story is starting to build itself back up, but it's not there yet. And then on SmackDown, besides that story right now, you don't really have a lot going on. Bayley's obviously been down as far as her title reign. It hasn't been as good as we thought. Logan Paul hasn't really been around that much.
Yeah.
So he shows up, which is impressive. I'm surprised he's been there as much as he has.
But the story hasn't moved.
No. And LA Knight's, I mean, when he eventually, which I assume he will, win that championship, obviously you can elevate that back to where it needs to be. But And then the tag champs, I mean, again, they kind of got sucked in this bloodline thing. We know DIY is like really good. They're going to defend the titles on Friday. But I mean, now they're getting fed to the bloodline.
Yeah.
So that's unfortunate. Nothing like losing in your hometown. Sorry, Johnny. He read my message again, by the way, too, on TikTok.
He did.
I feel like at this point I might as well just like say like, well, and there's nothing negative about it. I know he's busy. They got a lot of shit going on. I know WWE has their media, basic things they have to go through to get approved to do interviews and all that stuff. But I do want to say we talked about Johnny's dad's restaurant, like Gargano's Catering, that went and actually was burned up in a fire not too long ago, a couple weeks ago here. Not sure if there's a GoFundMe out there or anything yet, but what you guys can do is send Johnny messages on Instagram, TikTok, whatever. Show your support for that family. Obviously, I mean it's a sad, unfortunate thing, and I know he's got a lot on his plate right now. So I just appreciate him reading it.
Yeah,
he knows that a couple more Clevelanders have his back. So, but
yeah, and you want to show out that restaurant too, your hometown, and not being able to do that. That's something that's
sad.
That sucks too, because his dad's 82. Even if you build a new place, like it ain't the place that you built for 50 years. But
at that point, I mean, maybe this is like a silver lining thing. Like, hey, maybe it's time to just retire, dude. 82, worked your ass off for a long time, man. If anything, you've earned to be able to, be done and just be able to enjoy the rest of your life and relax. And he's got the grandkid now too. Obviously, they got their little one. So I mean,
yeah, they do. Yeah, they do. Big shout out to that. Kids,
don't watch the show because we say fuck a lot.
You do. I'm kidding.
You said fuck more than me this show.
That is true.
Hold on. Fuck. All right, now we're good. Okay. Go on.
Let me have my quarterly moment.
Get us demonetized. Go on, do it.
Let me have my quarterly moment, okay?
When Double A starts saying the C word, that's when you know we're in trouble. Hey, come on. 6% of our audience is from Britain and Australia.
That is true. That is true.
Shut up, mates.
Olympic talk still to come.
Okay.
Hey.
B.
The Olympics is actually somewhat entertaining, okay?
Somewhat entertaining.
You better respect your table tennis. Respect.
Oh, sorry.
Why don't they? They have breakdancing now.
This is what the fuck I'm talking about.
They have breakdancing.
This is what I'm fucking talking about right now. I saw BMXing.
They have BMX.
I saw people like riding bikes. A guy from Canton was out there.
Yeah.
Listen, they have the X Games for a reason, right? That's a fucking Olympics.
Did you not play Tony Hawk Pro Skater on the PlayStation?
Yes, I did, and I was so excited to go to the Gravity Games and the X Games, not the fucking Olympics to watch fucking Bob Burnquist do a 900. Literally eat me. Like, that's the dumbest thing I've ever seen. And good on him for making it there. I think he did pretty well, too. I don't know if he medaled, but nevertheless, man, what the fuck are we doing?
Breakdancing.
Breakdancing is an Olympic sport
sport.
The people in the 30s.
You really could make a case.
Jesse Owens is rolling over in his grave right now.
You can really make a case. We're a pro wrestling podcast, and we love pro wrestling, but we're getting to the point now where if pro wrestling was an Olympic sport, I mean, damn, put it right next to breakdancing. I mean, what are we doing?
Every company sends their 5 best wrestlers for the Pro Wrestling Olympics. So fucking stupid.
Look, the best matches. Actually, AEW might have an advantage because you don't need a story. Just to
show up and wrestle.
Oh, God, I'm done. God, your influence is orbiting my universe right now. It's
You've been swearing a lot. You've been trashing AEW. You told Meltzer to fuck off a couple times today.
What is
You're
happening?
on a new level. You were concerned about your energy today because we got a long week and you're doing pretty well. I'm impressed.
Oh man, I'm gonna be out of it. Coming up next, will this be in your future?
If you know, you know. But man, that sucked.
But first. And a special announcement, but first, a word from our sponsor, BA Sweeties.
Too soon? Go on,
Happy
go-
August 1st, everybody.
Go on, give him some context. What just happened?
I will not now. BA Sweeties, check them out. 30 different flavors. All kidding aside, try their popcorn. I'm not even joking. Try their popcorn. Different flavors. I know, Kyle, you love the what was it, the bacon.
The Buffalo Ranch popcorn is
yeah.
fantastic.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's so good.
Yeah.
It was hard for me. There was like 3 bags left. I almost bought all 3 of them. I was like, man, but listen, I'm on a diet. I have to try and take myself and pace a little bit. But it was hard not to just like no, take it all.
If you really want an illustration too, when you ever watch Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory?
Yeah, I was terrified of Gene Wilder for like a long time.
I know, I was too.
He
actually.
freaked me the fuck out.
Yeah, and
Scarier than Dave Meltzer with a pen in his hand. Anyway, proceed.
True, very. I can't top that. You ever envision how the candy, the Chocolate Factory smelled? Like how, like you're younger, you think about how
Like child abuse.
No, no.
He's like, well, you got a point. Huh?
Candy. No, stop it. No, the candy.
Not BA Sweetie.
It smells good. Well, think about how BA Sweetie smells. Think about that. Go to BA Sweeties. It smells 10 times better.
Like a fresh Timothy Chalamet.
It's. I don't even get that reference. It's
He's
really
the new Willy
good.
Wonka.
That's true. That's true. It's really
God, pop culture, get with it. BA Sweetie.
terrible. Not terrible. Your analogies are terrible. BA Sweeties is great. I'm screwing these promos up like crazy. I almost prefer to go back to this. So let me
Now is it still coming up next, or are we?
let me go ahead here. So
Okay.
this happened, by the way. This is this guy. That's Kyle's buddy Tony Khan. And then over at the corner, that's Shane McMahon.
Let's play a game. Let's try and find the picture after this one that was taken when Shane jumped across the table and West Coast popped fucking Tony Khan for being an idiot. I'd love to see it.
Except you won't, because Shane will injure himself before he executes the move.
He'll tear his hammies while jumping over the table.
Yeah, and Snoop Dogg can't save him this time because he is covering table tennis at the Olympics.
The human bucket list himself, Snoop Dogg.
Absolutely. Say hello to Bob Costas while you're there. Anywho, so
Hello, friends.
that's Jim Nance.
They all say the same shit.
Al Michaels is working with Kevin Arnold on his putt-putt game. Anywho, so
That's that
Man, of
Amazon
all the-
Prime putt-putt game.
of God, we can't tape this late ever again. So this is the meeting that they had.
Oh, God.
I like this image better, so we're just gonna stick with this. So
This is fucked, by the way.
yeah, so Kyle during our break was explaining to Pete the hit for our younger viewers who don't know about the reference of this. Can you explain?
Maybe
what
if you even
happened?
started watching WWE like right after the Attitude Era,
Yeah.
you didn't really pay attention to the WCW side of things. This obviously ties in because we know obviously AEW is on TNT and TBS as well, Turner Network. But what happened many moons ago, all the way back in I want to say it was 2001.
Correct. March of 2001.
Yeah, there was a simulcast. It was WCW Nitro's last show. And their big thing was both shows opened up on 2 different networks with Vince McMahon on the screen saying that he now owned WCW. Only for his son, pictured on the right, Shane McMahon, to come out later in the show and say, "No, Dad, I own WCW. The wrong McMahon signed for it," or whatever, some bullshit.
Yeah.
So then started obviously a new war between the 2 companies, even though technically Vince bought it out for like pennies on the dollar. Now, fans want to see this. And I want to bang my head against the one camera we have set up today in studio.
I do want to credit Wrestle. It's not Mania. That's
WrestleLamia.
Yeah.
Actually, really funny guys, by the way.
Yeah. .com.
Yeah.
This is a great meme.
Tremendous face. Dude, you have another heart attack. Calm down.
So if you flip the cities, so Raw in 2001 in that simulcast was actually in Cleveland.
Yep.
A lot of wrestling history has actually happened here in Cleveland, Ohio, and that was a big one.
Yep.
So
The worst SummerSlam ever happened in Cleveland. 1996.
So
Never forget.
So that was a big one. But Shane McMahon meeting with Tony Khan. We have mentioned on numerous occasions that Tony Khan, who is he listening to? And here comes Shane McMahon, who is very clear. Shane McMahon was iced out of WWE. Like, Vince
Was he?
Iced out in terms of, I guess iced out is the wrong word.
Or did
here.
he even want to keep, like, because Shane left before? Like, he...
What I mean, though, is,
Yeah.
like, he wasn't the chosen one.
No, Triple H always was.
Triple H was, and Stephanie were the chosen ones.
Yeah. Well, because, again,
Even
Shane
by
left
Vince
Yeah.
years ago,
Yeah.
were the
Yeah.
chosen ones to lead WWE in this era. Shane was never chosen.
He was never that, like, he obviously was involved in it, too, but he was more... I like business. I don't like doing that as much. He likes the performing a little bit too, but obviously he's gotten older now, and it's a thing where it's like, the business side of things, business is more his forte than, the on-screen stuff or whatever it is even anymore. So, I mean, it kind of got to a point where, too, hey, Dad's gone, Endeavor owns the company now. I'll just let my contract go. I'm good.
But does he have... I mean, I'm sure he could always bring fresh ideas to AEW, but I guess if we look at his resume, what he has done, he tried the Raw Underground. That was his idea, and that was back with the street fighting style, basement style wrestling.
Yeah.
That was his thing. That was Shane's thing.
It was Fight Club.
Fight Club. Thank you, Fight Club.
It was legit Fight Club.
And it felt. His ideas felt out of place in Vince McMahon's WWE. I don't know if his idea. First off, what are his ideas? And if that's the resume he brings to the table, I'm not so sure if a Fight Club style professional wrestling, MMA style professional wrestling would work in AEW. Like, I don't know what ideas he would bring to the table.
I mean, it's easy for Tony just to do it if they decide to because of his name and the lineage he brings. I think the only way it makes sense for them to do that is if Shane is the authority figure. He can't come in and be a wrestler. He can't come in and be a manager. Or I wouldn't even make him like, oh, he's the GM of Dynamite. Like, no. He needs to come in, and I think it's Christopher Daniels right now is like the guy or whatever it is that's like right under
he's
Tony.
the number 2.
Yeah, fuck that.
On air.
Fuck that. Like, Shane needs to be, hey, Tony has decided he's going to stay on as president and do his thing, but Shane McMahon now runs AEW. That needs to be...
And now it's a land of opportunity in All Elite Wrestling.
And we want to listen to you, the fans. Because you matter, and we hear you.
Meanwhile, he's pulling the strings for the Elite. I'm kidding.
Man,
I saw that.
Talking about a story I don't care about. There you go. Wow.
Did you end up watching Blood and Guts, by the way?
No, fuck you.
I expected a full-fledged breakdown of Blood and Guts.
Literally.
I mean, it was 45 minutes of blood and guts. I expected a full breakdown.
It was 45 minutes of and don't give a fuck.
We're gonna be. Please, if you're man.
No, don't come. Don't come this weekend. We'll explain what we're doing in a minute, but don't.
All right, Kamala Harris.
I don't want to see these fucking knuckle dragging people that are fans of AEW walking around tripping over cracks because they can't pick their feet up because they drag
They
them.
can pick their feet. Stop it. They're great people.
Shocking everybody because you drag your feet on carpet, you Satanist.
What if Shane McMahon made AEW a product that you liked?
Is Tony Khan still in charge? Yeah?
Yeah.
Never going to like it. Sorry. Look at
look at that meeting. Look at how productive that meeting.
Look at all these chairs at the fucking LaGuardia Airport. Garbage.
courtesy of WrestleTalk_TV for these.
Fightful obviously reported on this too.
Yeah.
The prospect of trying to figure out if it makes sense to work together. I hope Shane comes to the same realization that Goldberg did when he realized I don't want to wrestle for a clown show.
You know, that office looks like a post-pandemic corporate office.
It legit is in an airport. It's in a Texas airport. I'm not even kidding. Like it was, yeah.
Let's talk about what we're doing on Saturday. Live here in Cleveland. So we're doing 2 shows. We're doing like 10 hours of programming.
I got 2 shows.
What? Never mind. Don't say the next line. Please do not say the next line. They might be saying the next line at our place. So Saturday, big day for us here in Cleveland. First off, big weekend here in Cleveland. The biggest opponent will be the Rain on Friday. But
We talked about this. Technically, Saturday is like a 50% chance too. So we have a saying here in Cleveland: if it's 50% or less, it's probably not going to rain. But
we'll see.
You never know.
And you'll be with the humidity. The rain will actually be welcomed.
I'm hoping that will kind of cool things off a little bit.
Yeah. But we're excited. Want to thank Corey. And first off, thank Pumpkinhead, who runs all the Browns tailgate shows in the fall over at West 6 in the Warehouse District. We pitched this idea to him, and Corey, who runs the Barley House, the Ivory and Velvet Dog, it's like, cool, come on down. So thank you for them. We will be here at the Slam on 6 tailgate party. I had to make sure that it looks like 2 O's, but that's an O and an N.
He needs his glasses. It's all right. It's fine.
Late,
Where's your monocle?
I burnt it all during the first segment. But we'll be there live. The party opens up 1 o'clock, and we'll be broadcasting live from 1 to 4, breaking down, previewing SummerSlam, previewing everything that's been going on here in Cleveland. Of course, SmackDown the night before.
Yep.
Big matches on SmackDown. A few other things going on, too. We'll have fun. We're going to have some fun on Saturday. Hope you guys can join us in person at West 6 of the Warehouse District, right in front of Barley House, that whole section. If you can't join us in person, tune in right here. Search Side Hustle Podcast 216 on YouTube, and we should be on our other social media platforms as well.
Yep, gonna throw it up on TikTok and try and get IG going too and everything like that. And then later on, after we have some fun downtown and get to really experience the SummerSlam crowd and really, see everyone out there, everyone excited. Obviously, we're gonna do a live reaction coverage broadcast too, starting at 6:45.
6:40. The pay-per-view starts at 7, correct?
I hope so.
I think it starts at 7.
Otherwise, we're gonna have an hour and 15-minute pre-show.
If the pay-per-view starts at 8, we'll start at 7:45. We'll start 15 minutes before the pay-per-view.
Yes. So I believe it's 7 because there's a couple more matches on the card than normal. So obviously bigger show too. It's probably going to be 4 hours long. But we're going to be with you guys, obviously. If you don't have Peacock, if you don't have that kind of stuff and you still want to get some reaction, or if you just want to kind of check in and see if I've lost my mind yet from talking for about 8 hours on Saturday, feel free to tune in. We'd love to see you and get some questions, some feedback. Want to engage with you guys too. It's one of the things that we're going to start doing a little bit more of is some more live videos. We may even try and experiment with Twitch a little bit too. We'll see how that goes.
We'll give it a shot.
At some point here in the near future, obviously. But excited, obviously, to do this too, and really looking forward to just having some fun with you guys downtown and right here in our studio as well.
Yeah, so this will be a great time. We did a pre-show at the Greenie Sports Convention.
Yeah.
The trading card show for WrestleMania weekend. WrestleMania Saturday.
We did.
We were there.
Mm-hmm.
So this is our second live remote, and it just happens to be in our backyard, right in downtown Cleveland. Again, want to thank our sponsors for that. And
listen, we're about 8 months in to this whole shebang.
Yeah.
If you would have told me we've been able to get the success we've had at this point, leading up to probably the biggest weekend wrestling-wise in Cleveland in quite some time, I mean, it's all thanks to you guys. The people that watch TikTok, YouTube, wherever you view, if it's 200 people that watch a video or if it's 45,000 or whatever it is, we appreciate you guys for tuning in, watching, and keeping us on our toes. And Your comments, some of them suck, but some of them are really good. It just depends on who's reaching out. But nevertheless, hey, it's not.
I think all comments are great.
Oh, shut up. You know that's not true. But nevertheless, we appreciate you guys, the good and the bad. The normal people, and the knuckle dragging AEW fans.
Please,
that's fine.
if you're AEW, please come to this. Please.
We're gonna have 3 headsets there. If you want to tell me why you think AEW is a good show.
Oh my God, let's go. Go ahead. Yeah.
If you want the opportunity, you have to walk up to. We're gonna be right in front of the Barley House. We're gonna be set up there at a table. We're gonna be talking, having a good time. I may or may not have a few adult beverages at some point as well.
We'll take some breaks too. So during the breaks.
No, fuck that. You come on the show.
Okay.
No,
Okay.
Listen, we're a show for the people, okay?
That is true.
The whole point of this, and that's what we said, we're never going to put a paywall up. You guys never have to pay to watch or anything like that. I believe in that wholeheartedly, that this is for entertainment purposes. And if we're having fun, you should have fun too, not to worry
We're not
about
going to charge $10,000 to event. Sorry, I was supposed to bring that up.
That's the bill after the fact for downtown. Nevertheless, that's... Listen, if you are a serious AEW fan and you have solid points, think about it.
Are you going to let them finish their thought?
Yes, I will let you speak.
Okay.
And then I will...
afterwards,
I will tear you down afterwards.
I'm more open than you are. I did not watch all of Blood and Guts. I just wanted to hear your thoughts on Blood and Guts. Also, another incentive to come down, too. AIW, a local independent wrestling promotion here in Cleveland, will be performing at this tailgate as well.
I think I could pay Pumpkinhead to put you through a table.
Put me through a table?
He might do it for free.
I'm not doing that for free.
No, he might do it for free.
Oh. Well, they got other people. Chris Van Vliet will be there.
Yeah. Good to meet Chris. Cleveland guy.
It'd be nice to meet Chris.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get some tips.
Chris got his start here in Cleveland doing the Hollywood segments for Channel 19. The old 19 Action News.
Yeah.
I was watching an old clip of 19 Action News. Action News. I was watching an old clip. The anchor, not even joking, the anchor was like reading a script. What kind of moron would steal lottery tickets from their own grandmother? That and more at 6.
It's my kind of news.
You can't do that now. No. But then on that newscast, Chris would do the entertainment segments.
Be fun to run into him. Hopefully we can catch up a little bit, talk to him. I'd love some advice too on just how
He interviews the top stars in professional wrestling in Hollywood as well, but he's really ingrained. Like he's really locked in.
He's got his own podcast, obviously on YouTube too. So we'll see. Maybe we can twist his arm and see if he can stop by on our show.
We'll give it a shot.
Yeah,
we'll give it a shot, and obviously AIW superstars will be there too. They might actually be.
Hey, come cut a promo.
Depending on our broadcast position and where they set up the ring, they might be. We're not showing you the matches. You need to come to the show.
Yeah, no.
We're not showing you the matches.
We're not televising matches, but we are televising us. So get used to these faces.
You might see like the ring post.
Depends how the tent's set up. We'll see what happens.
You might see that. So it's a cool. Every day is cool. Come on down, say hello. We are so excited about this. We're thankful for this opportunity. Again, 1 to 4. We're on the air this Saturday, 1 to 4 live from downtown Cleveland. Our Side Hustle Podcast tailgate party. And then later on, during the pay-per-view, starting at 6:45, our live reaction. See you live. We'll watch SummerSlam together.
Yeah.
And we cannot wait. Also, coming up this month, we're working out the final details on the date of when we're going to do this. Will be our second annual LPV Productions crossover shows with our sister show, this Voice of the Land.
Our little sister show, yeah. Hey, so I have a question.
Yes.
How uncomfortable do I want to make this?
I think we're already there.
No, because we're going to be all in the same room. And I can.
Oh, and hold up. Pete, they have a new co-host, right? They have 3 people.
He can sit over there. He'll get his own camera. He can chime in. We're gonna make Pete work that night.
It's like they put like the traffic anchor all the way in the other studio or something.
He can just correspond.
Because you know for sure we're getting so that you know.
No, but congrats, by the way, guys. Awesome that you're expanding, and it's good to see, and we're happy for you. But I just so you know, when we do this, I am going to make you both very uncomfortable. Like it's
based on these promos, this is going to be a very monotone broadcast.
Yeah, no emotion whatsoever.
It's going to be a very emotionless broadcast.
Only when you film Putt Putt in Kentucky on your phone and send it to AA 3 different times. You know when you like feel like you have to prove something?
Oh, God, I can't do this again. I can't do this.
And for that, I'm Monotone Ben Stein. Telling you to eat a fat dick. No.
2 different shows, so we'll be on their show. I'm sure we'll break down Kyle's favorite Olympic sport. And
Water polo.
Water polo's nice.
I fucking love water polo.
Water
dude.
polo is nice.
Favorite thing we played when I was in swim class in high school.
Water.
Ironically enough, probably where it should have stopped, but it's an Olympic sport, so here we go.
It's one of the oldest Olympic sports.
Yeah. Marco, move, bitch. There's a ball coming.
Dog, what is going on? Oh man! By the way, there's Pete's in the middle of their logo.
Technically, it's 4 people now.
Yeah, so
They just like glossed over the fact that you're a host. That's bullshit. You want to fight him too? What's going on?
I think he's a special guest referee. For
Yeah,
this
he's
production.
Get him the Seth Rollins shirt.
Get
Let's
him,
make it
get him
happen.
the uniform.
Get him the muscle
that
shirt.
uniform
Get him the puffy shirt. Let's go.
Hold up.
That shirt.
Yes.
Look at those arms. He's jacked.
By the way, you want to know how much we take the PowerPoint seriously? We just fly through slides now.
Yeah.
When we first started this format, I had like cool transitions and stuff. I stopped doing that long ago.
Yeah, it's not even worth it.
So yeah, we'll be on their show, bringing you sports analysis, Guardians, making minimal moves and finding a way to.
Oh shit! Are we doing the 2-hour thing again?
Yeah, we're gonna be on their show, and then they're gonna be on our show.
So I have to behave for the first hour?
I mean, during the oh yeah, you can't curse on their show.
Yeah, fuck.
Yeah, you can't curse on their show.
That's bullshit. I feel like DX
But-
got censored.
Yeah,
You can't say dick. Or balls. Or ass.
I think we were doing their show first.
Well, yeah.
So
Oh, no. It's going to be a late night again.
I think we're doing their show first. I might get like 5 words.
I'm going to order a stripper to fuck with him. It's going to be great. You think I'm playing? I'm here with my guest.
Check out BA Sweeties again if you're in town. Check them out. Interstate 480, the Ridge Road exit. Make a left. There's the address. Make a left on Brook Park Road. Giant lollipop. You'll see it. You'll be in good spirits. Also, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Monday through Friday, the early bird special on the Putt Putt. Take full advantage. And watch our friends practice on the. Sorry. But the Putt Putt will be like. Actually, I might go there and practice, honestly.
Oh, my God. I'm just going to go golf again this weekend, like Sunday. I'm gonna
Follow us on social media. Those are the platforms. YouTube. Ask your friend. We try to look up the Side Hustle podcast, but we can't pull it up on YouTube.
To be fair, though, Side Hustle podcast is pretty popular.
So
throw that 216 in at the end.
So what you have to do on the search bar, type it in exactly like this. At Side Hustle Podcast 216, it'll direct you right to our videos, right to our live show, to our highlights, going all the way back to when we first started in January.
Got almost 200 videos up now. So definitely a lot of content you guys can sift through and get lost in. The different We Fix It or Let's Fix It.
Mm-hmm.
We've had our interview up there as well. We've done one interview to this point. We're still working to get more people on, obviously. So excited for that.
I'll be honest. We've been zeroed in on SummerSlam and locking in.
Different priorities. I think we've kind of been just
after SummerSlam. We're gonna get some more interviews in and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, type that in. You'll be in great shape there too. And then we'll be honest too. We do not buy subscribers on any of our social platforms. Every subscriber, everyone who follows our stuff are legitimate human beings who are fans of our show.
we're happy. We have thousands of people that follow us across all the platforms that enjoy what we do, and it shows up in the views too. I think at this point we're well over, 500,000 views over this past 8-month stretch here. So we're obviously excited about that, and we just keep growing. So make sure you guys follow us on all the social media platforms. You never know what you may miss. Just make sure you tune in.
TikTok at Side Hustle Pod 216. Instagram, we just fired that up. It was banned on like the first day, but we pulled through, and now we're 3 weeks in, and it's doing well too. At Side Hustle Podcast 216, and of course everything that's going on in LPV Productions. Follow the YouTube at LPV Productions INC 8079
867-5309.
216-330.
Have fun to get out of your head tonight, Pete.
8004.
And drive all the way back to his house. 867-530. Careful, I don't want to get demonetized. No, actually, you know what?
Us too.
YouTube flag our fucking video because it gets more views.
Us too. We just made two completely different jokes. I hope one of them stuck to landing.
I almost made another Kobe joke.
You did not make. We are never taping this late ever again.
Oh my God.
And based on this episode, we're done. We'll see you Saturday. Join us. We gotta go
We gotta get out of here.
before the side hustle becomes the main hustle.
Too fucking late.
And it's way too late. We're doing live remotes and stuff now. Unbelievable.
Tell you what.
Unbelievable. Join us. Oh, we won't have the PowerPoint on Saturday. I'm sorry.
Yeah, dark screen of doom.
Instead of the dark screen, hopefully there'll be people and activities and stuff in the background, and there will be. So
for the people with ADD, that way if you get distracted, you can kind of zone back in.
Dear God. We'll see you Saturday. Good night. Or have a great day.
Whenever you watch this.